Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here with us this weekend for leHACK. For our keynote this year, we have with us the cream of the crop. We are pleased to welcome Jayson, a very special guest from USA, Global Ambassador to DEF CON Groups, Vice President of Sphere9, successful author, Grandmaster of Social Engineering, awkward user and hacker. His keynote is entitled What is a Hacker Convention and Who Deserves to be Called a Hacker? Mesdames et messieurs, merci d'être avec nous aujourd'hui. On va donc accueillir pour cette keynote Jayson, une star internationale de toutes les DEF CON. Vous avez sans doute pu suivre son passage ces derniers mois sur son Twitter, son Hacker Adventures. C'est un maître reconnu de social engineering et il vient aujourd'hui nous présenter sa keynote sur qu'est-ce qu'un event autour du hacking et de la cybersec et qu'est-ce qu'être un hacker. Jayson, it's up to you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Bonjour. It's okay. I always tell people I'm from America, so pardon me, I only speak one language, and I'm from Texas, so I don't speak it very well. But I try to make up for that by speaking very fast and very loud. So hopefully that helps you. Probably not. So I found out a few days ago that I was going to be doing two talks, a keynote and my other talk, which I thought my other talk was the keynote, but that did not turn out to be the case. So now I was like, well, I got to come up with 20, 25 minutes of something else to talk about the keynote. And they were like, what would I want to say in 20 minutes that I thought was important that I think people would hear and set a good tone for the conference? And so I went to Twitter. It's like, because, you know, nothing gets me more riled up than Twitter drama. And once again, they delivered. So that's awesome. Because a friend of mine and some other people were talking about a hacking conference. They're talking like, this is what a hacking conference is. And they then proceeded to talk about what their expectations and what it was supposed to be set out. And it's basically when you're talking about like what is a hacking conference or what a hacking conference is supposed to be, you're basically saying that's what the hackers are supposed to be like. That's what the people that are supposed to be there are supposed to be like. This is my definition and this is what it's supposed to be. And I'm like, well, that's a bunch of bull, right? How many people here has successfully done and executed a SQL injection? Don't raise your hand, I don't care, it doesn't matter. You're a hacker, you belong here. How many people here have done a buffer overflow into a program? Doesn't matter, you don't need to raise your hand, you belong here. How many people here, this is their first conference and they've never been somewhere before, it's like in their company, let them come here. Don't raise your hand, it doesn't matter, you belong here. Why are we a whole group, a whole community of people that are trying to think outside the box, trying to think and trying to make things better, are trying to judge and see who is worthy of being part of that community? That's irritating, that's frustrating, and that's wrong. It doesn't matter if this is your first conference or your 20th. This doesn't matter if this is your first year in information security or your 30th year of hacking. You belong here. It's not up to anybody else to say, this is what a hacker's supposed to be. This is what I believe should be in our environment or our community. It's like, and when did we get to the point where computers were the definition of hacking? It's like, if you think that hacking started with computers, you're in for a rude awakening. Da Vinci was a hacker. Galileo was a hacker, Turing was a hacker, Tesla was a hacker, screw Edison. It's like all those people were hackers. They created, they invented. Everybody talks about hacking as in, this is what I can break. This is the vulnerability I can find in something. What about all the creation that goes on? What about all the creating? Thinking outside and trying to create something and make something different and be creative about it. When do we celebrate that? When do we understand that that's part of hacking as well? It may not have to be involving a computer every single time. It's like it's not about just breaking something every single time. It's about being a hacker, having curiosity and passion. That's my judgment.
That's how I judge. I'm not a hypocrite. I'll say it's like I make judgments too. It's like, but I don't judge you based on what you know. I don't judge you based on what you look like or who you pray or don't pray to or what imaginary line on a map says that you're from. Do you have passion? Do you have curiosity? Do you want to do something with those? To me, that defines a hacker. It doesn't have to be about what you can break or what you know to break or what you can build. It's like it's what you know. And so we need to get off of this whole thing where we're trying to gatekeep and we're trying to make saying that, well, this person doesn't belong here. And I see that at a lot of conferences. You know, it's 2019. And I promise you, anyone, if you look at a woman and your automatic thought is to go and say, well, I don't know if you, are you here with your boyfriend or you're here with the wife? It's like, if you think that, you're an idiot. If you say that, you're malicious. Period. That's the way that goes. It's like, stop trying to say, because I'm going based off your appearance or what you look like, I don't know if you're supposed to be here or not because it's a hacking conference. People talk about sponsors and the people that are more corporate and more infosec. Like, well, I don't know if they belong at a hacking conference. Why not? Why are we not sharing the information with everybody? When did we get to become the people who say who gets to have this information or who doesn't? My first hacking conference over 15 years ago, this is actually the 15th anniversary of me actually going to my first hacking conference, and I was an idiot. I was like, it was horrible. It's like, trust me, there's stories online, and unfortunately there's pictures as well, which is still embarrassing. But I did a horrible job. It's like I didn't handle it right. I didn't know what a conference was supposed to be like. I was like, this is what I was going to be, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do my own thing. And I did it very poorly. It's like I didn't really get as much out of it as I should have. I didn't really experience the way I should have. I didn't have the conversations that I should have. I didn't engage really intelligent people like I should have. And if I would have been judged back then the way we are judging people now, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be allowed to show my face here. It's like it wasn't, and trust me, the second year that I was there, I didn't do much better. I tried to do better. It's like, by the third year, I had it pretty down. It's like, but the first 2 years, it's like, no, it's like I'm a slow learner. It took me a while. But I didn't get shut out. I had people that were pissed off. I had people that were like not too happy with me. But I wasn't shut out of the community. I wasn't instantly judged. Thank goodness it was before Twitter. It's like, I didn't have people just automatically assuming that. We need to get to the point where we're accepting everybody. It's like we don't have to accept flaws. We don't have to accept people doing things deliberately wrong or trying to think, but we can correct. We can try to help. We can educate. It's like, who here has given a talk at a conference before? Everybody should be raising their hands. Everybody in this audience has something to share. And that segues to the second part where it's like, we talk about gatekeeping, other people gatekeep. I didn't even start thinking about it this way until having a conversation yesterday with someone who was talking about how he self-gatekeeps. It's like, he talks about how it's like, no, it's not like I didn't feel like I belonged. I didn't feel like I belonged, like I shouldn't have been there. I was feeling that inadequacy. I was feeling like maybe I didn't have something to contribute. And it started getting me thinking. And then another person that was with me at dinner, he was literally he was saying that, oh yeah, I don't feel like I'm a hacker. It's like because I do this job. And he had just finished talking about working with Shodan and creating an aircraft NG and de-authoring all these people that weren't supposed to be on their Wi-Fi and de-authoring them and talking about all these different things. It's like, dude, that's a hacker. How can you go and say that you're not a hacker when you're thinking about these things, when you're trying to create solutions and you're doing these things and you're experimenting and you have this curiosity? How can you not call yourself a hacker? Why would you think that? Because that's what we are. We also have a problem where we're not just letting other people tell us what we're doing. We put ourselves in that box. We say that we don't have anything worth sharing. It's like, or it's already been done before. How many Nmap tutorials are out there? It doesn't matter. That one person that saw it, that benefited from it, makes it worthwhile. You have something to share. You have done a process. You have built a program. You have done some kind of thing that is in a different view, or you may say it and share it in a different way that connects with people and makes it worthwhile for them. It's like, why are you at this conference? Is it for the party? It's like, it's supposed to be for sharing information. Parties are fun. It's like, you know, I love leHACK. It's like, I don't care what you call it. It's like, to me, that's a great example of hacker right there. It's like, you know, given a problem, they're like, you know, this is your problem. It's like, you know, or, and if you don't want to go this way, well, then you're going to have to make changes. And we're like, F it, we'll make changes. It's like, we're leHACK. That's awesome. That's what you do. You overcome the problems. It's like you're supposed to be here to share information and networking. The least effective part of my time at a conference is this right here. Because all I'm doing is going blah, 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 blah. And it's like, and I get nothing back, and I'm selfish. It's all about me, right? It's like I don't like just like saying stuff. I like hearing conversations. It's like I like people coming up and talking and sharing information of what they know and what they're learning and what they've done. Because that helps me. So don't self-gatekeep. Don't say that you don't belong here. Don't say that you don't have something to share, because you do. Stop denying the community that resource because you don't think it's good enough. It's like, I don't know how many countless people that wouldn't have been providing or creating tools or creating methods and methodologies in this industry if they kept thinking that way. So you have something to share. It's like you have a perspective to share. Don't be afraid of doing that. It's like, that's what this conference is for. That is a hacking conference. A hacking conference is not how cool your badge is. A hacking conference isn't how cool the music is afterwards or how much alcohol they provide. A hacking conference is based on how much information you can learn, how much you can share, and how many connections and networking attempts that you can make with each other. And it's also about breaking stuff, CTF and all that. But yeah, it's a little bit about everything. But it's what you put into it. So when you're at leHACK, it's like when you're here and you're thinking about what a hacking conference is and if it's meeting your expectations, make it. Be part of it. This is not just, you know, a passive, you know, spectator sport. Be a part of it. Participate in it. Be a part of this conference. Enjoy it. It's like, because that's what a hacking conference is. It's what you bring to it. It's like, and that's what being a hacker is. It's what you bring to it. It's not based on what other people are saying or what other people are expecting. It's what you know that you have and that you can share with others. So we're all hackers. Let's act like it. Thank you for being here, and have a great leHACK. Thank you. I deliberately will not be asking or answering questions during this section because I want you to find me after this talk. It's like, come up to me, and if you have questions or statements, let's share them there. Thank you.